and welcome to the Saturday edition of The Box Seat. I'm Mark Warwood. 8 races on Belmont Guineas Day. Let's have a look at the likely conditions. We're expecting a sunny day in Perth, 21 degrees Celsius. The track to be back in the good 4 range and the rail to be in the 8 metre position. Race number 1 at Belmont on Saturday will jump at 12:32. It's the Crown Perth Plate over 1,000 metres for the 2-year-olds. The replay race, going to look back at the Magic Millions race at Pinjarra, in which Kiss the Breeze finished 5th.
Cockatiel down on the fence 3rd, pulling out Platoon. Kiss the Breeze is towing it. In behind them then came at the head of the others on the outside, Classic Pro. Nawi's getting up near the rail. It's still Valoroad with 150 to go. The newcomer Valoroad in front of Nawi, trying valiantly on the rails, but Valoroad will run them ragged. Valoroad all the way.
Kiss the Breeze was the odds-on favourite for the Magic Millions 2-year-old race at Pinjarra Park. Was beaten, finished 5th as you saw in the replay, but did have excuses. Returned shin sore. I think it's a forgive run for Kiss the Breeze. It's first up without a trial on Saturday. Won the first 2-year-old race of the season, so knows how to win at Belmont Park. And I think there's real depth to the 2 wins as well. Beat Platoon and beat Princess Piero in the 2nd win. I think there's real merit to what's in the form book for Kiss the Breeze. Goes on top. From number 1, Fire and Rain. First up off a couple of trials, won them by big margins, won by more than 7 lengths. I'm just not quite sure about the value of his wins compared to those of Kiss the Breeze, and has also had surgery in between campaigns to remove a bone chip from its knee. Goes in for 2nd here. Number 5, Braggadocio is a debut. Debuts after 5 trials, 2 of those recently. Its full brother has won 10 of his 37 races, but they've been in Tasmania and places like Kangaroo Island, so a bit suspect about the siblings' form. And number 4, Artie's Jewels, debuts after a couple of recent trials, won the latest of those by nearly 3 lengths. My top selection in race number 1, I'm going to go with number 2, Kiss the Breeze, to beat 1, Fire and Rain, 5, Braggadocios, and 4, Artie's Jewels. Race number 2 at Belmont on Saturday will jump at 1:12. It's the Heineken Handicap over 1,200 metres. It's a race for the 3-year-olds. The replay horse, look at Ken 2, finishing 2nd at Belmont Park.
Bell is last at the top of the straight with Miss Valeur. At the 350, Ken 2 went straight past Flash of Thunder. 2 lengths behind them, running on is Moet de Vega. Dream Stream further back, and then Sound Check, but Ken 2 is the leader down to the 150. 3/4 clear from Moet de Vega, who keeps coming. Moet de Vega comes at Ken 2. Ken 2 kicks, but Moet de Vega got the bob, I think.
Ken 2 finished off the 3rd race of its preparation really well, as you saw in replay. Has improved every run this campaign for mine, and what is an absolutely impossible race to decipher with any degree of confidence is little more than a token top selection. Goes on top here from number 6, Shania Style. 6th up on Saturday, was outclassed by Fabergino, but has won 3 for the last 4 races. That Finally French form, though, a little bit suspect. Finally French is a non-winner, it looks like, a bit like one of his relations in Marchand. Very good horse, just doesn't put his head in front at the end of a race. Number 1, Aaron Boy. I like the fact that he's back to 1,200 metres, the trip over which he won at the end of last preparation, and he beat Rubia Miss and Ken 2 in that race. He's got mostly good head-to-heads here. He's a little bit out of form, but barrier 1 here, I think the speed will be on. I think it will help Aaron Boy. And then number 5, Rubia Miss, you can put a pen through last start, finished stone motherless, but came back with an infection, was wide first up as well, and jumped awkwardly in that race when it finished 2nd behind Forceful. I think there's a bit of depth to her form. My top selection in race number 2, going with number 2, Ken 2, to beat 6, Shania Style, 1, Aaron Boy, 5, Rubia Miss, and the chances don't end there. Race number 3 at Belmont on Saturday will jump at 1:52. It's the Amelia Park Lodge Handicap over 1,400 metres. The replay horse, going to look at the top one, Atlanta Blue, finishing 3rd at Belmont last start.
To the outside, Blitz'em Someday. In behind them, Stage Man trying to find his way through traffic. He's going to have to thread the eye of the needle to win from here. At the 200, River Dance had got to the lead from Minus, looks conceded. Stage Man still back inside of them and running on Atlanta Blue, but River Dance boots away. Stage Man gets clear now, but it'll be too late. River Dance home. River Dance beats...
Jason Pateman removed the bar plates from Atlanta Blue before the replay race, and there was significant improvement from the 5-year-old gelding in what we saw at the fastest last 200 and 400 metres in what was certainly his best run for quite a while. Drops in grade on Saturday. Also, I think he's better over 1,400 metres. The replay was in a 1,200 metre race. 4th up, I think Atlanta Blue with Taylor Stone aboard may be ready to win. Goes on top from number 6, Laurentino. Finally draws a half-decent gate, has jumped from barrier 13 and barrier 12 in each of its last 2 starts. I think it ran really well at odds last start, was $81. Gets a better draw on Saturday and maps quite well, as I don't think it'll be too far from the speed, and I think Jason Brown can get there without using too many tickets on his mount. Number 3, Alpha Sky, is the query horse for mine. I think it was a forgive run last start when he was steadied upon hills and then had to go wide around the 1,000 metre mark. Look, found 1,600 metres far too far 2 starts ago, but did beat Roganella over 1,400 metres 3 starts ago. William Pike was aboard that day. He jumps back on Saturday. And then number 2, Prime Time, is second up. Didn't trial, so open to a lot more improvement. Was held up early in the straight as well. Fastest late sectionals on its return. Just a little bit concerned about the gate and whether there'll be enough speed in the race. There was plenty in the race last time for Prime Time. On top selection in race number 3, going to go with the top one. Number 1, Atlanta Blue, to beat 6, Laurentinio, 3, Alpha Sky, and 2, Prime Tom. Race number 4 at Belmont on Saturday will jump at 2:28. It's the Tap Touch Handicap over 1,000 metres. The replay horse can look at Fabergino winning her 4th career start.
Transit Pearl Trade truly belong and beat the bell by the 300. Fabergino led. He hasn't asked her for any effort at this stage. She led a length and a half to 2. Classic Chant with Pearl Trade running on. And now he starts to wind up. She drops a gear here. Fabergino, he's just sitting up against her. She pricks her ears. She's going to dominate again. And she comes away. She is absolutely ab-fab.
Fabergino is now 4 from 4, but I thought her performance last start was the worst of her career thus far. The speed ratings have deteriorated with every run this campaign, and while she rates on top, she's certainly got the numbers to be the top selection. I just don't think she's going to be a betting proposition at her likely odds. She goes on top though in what is a very difficult betting race. From number 1, Super Maxi, was really impressive first up for Team Gangemi, previously with Team Hawks. It led all the way to win at Belmont, beat Snowlord by 2 lengths. It was well backed as well. If the rain comes, and there is a little bit of rain about on the weekend, it's just depending on how soft this track's going to be. Most of its Eastern States form, certainly its best runs were on wet tracks. Goes in for second here. Really impressed by the first up run of number 6, Ambient. Really good effort. Was difficult to load, so was a difficult task for Kate Whitten. Lucy Warwick takes over. Barrier 1, speed on. I think could improve past Undisclosed, and Undisclosed doesn't make the number simply because she's led both of her recent races to win. I don't think she's going to be able to lead Fabergino here, or even Super Maxi for that matter. So the 4th selection is number 2, Snowlord, 9th up in his campaign, over race last start. It was no match for the top one, and gives weight away this time as well. As won 5 races, but all of them have been away from Belmont. On top selection in race number 4, going to go with number 4, Fabergino, to beat 1, Super Maxi, 6, Ambient, 2, Snowlord.